my name is Derek from Tomcat Gas Training and welcome to this video on the House of Flue Horrors. So let's stop messing about and get on with it and find out exactly what I mean by the House of Flue Horrors. Now, I've just pulled up outside the post office in Ashton and I've just noticed something what I want to share with you. So come on, let's go and have a look at this. Here we are outside the post office in Ashton, and this is the first flue right next to the front door. We'll look at that in a little bit more detail soon. And if we look up, directly up, oh look, there's a flue right under the eaves. Again, we'll look at that a little bit more closely. Let's go around the bin and have a look at this one on the side. So that doesn't look too bad at the moment. So from this angle you can see the one sticking out the roof. So we've got the one on the gable, the one at the front door, and we've got another one hiding behind the downpipe. So again, from here you can see the two at the top. You can see the one hiding behind the downpipe, and we can see the one at the front door. So in this one apartment block we can see 5 flues and 4 of them are iffy. So it's incredibly important that the boiler flue is installed correctly to 1, the manufacturer's instructions, 2, the building regulations, and 3, the British standards. So the main 2 reasons for this is 1, so we get the right amount of air in to the boiler for complete combustion, and the products of combustion and plume, 1, don't become a nuisance, and 2, don't enter back into the building to cause carbon monoxide poisoning. So that's the main reasons we need to make sure these flues are installed correctly. So this is the one at the entrance door. So I am 6'2", and a flue without a terminal guard needs to be more than 2 meters off the floor. 6'2" is about 188, so 1.8, nearly 1.9 meters. So you can see it's not 2 meters, so it should have a terminal guard. But the worst part of it is it's not 300 mil away from the actual door. So the last couple of things wrong with this flue, it's also damaged, and 2, because it terminates onto a public footpath, it should be more than 2.1 meters above the floor, so they say above head height, and that's in the building regulations. This is what a boiler flue should look like when it's protected by a terminal guard, so when it's less than 2 meters. And another thing is the terminal guard must have 50 mil clearance all the way around the flue. Now if we look at this one under the eaves, it looks like it's either a glowworm or a valent flue, and that should be 200 mil away from the eaves. Now in the picture it doesn't show that whether the eaves are vented or not, but yeah, looks very, very iffy. They could have actually brought that out further than the guttering. It's allowed that with a glowworm or a valent. So when you're doing these kind of flues, you must always refer to the manufacturer's instructions. So if you looked in the valent manufacturer's instructions, this is a drawing you would find showing you exactly how to install a flue going past a balcony, eaves and a gutter. Now the flue just above the one under the eaves is obviously not straight. It's hard to see whether it's installed correctly, but definitely didn't have a spirit level when he was or she was putting that flue in. And this is what the vertical flue should look like. Now the one on the gable, what I can see is it, bar it being looking in a poor condition, it wasn't installed wrong. It is more than 300 away from that extractor vent, but there should be a weather collar around there and it just looks a poor install. This is what you should expect to see when the flue's been installed correctly to the manufacturer's instructions, the British standards and the building regs. Now this flue looks like a Baxi or an Ideal flue. Now according to the manufacturer's instructions for both those boilers, it said there should be no white showing on the flue when it's sticking out the wall. It should be more than 25mm away from that downpipe. But again, this is just poor sighting of a boiler. That would be the last place I would be looking to put it. So in every boiler manufacturer's instructions, you get this drawing which shows you exactly where you should be installing these flues. So really, a gas engineer should not be installing a flue incorrectly. And that's the end of this video on the House of Flue Horrors. Can you believe it? Anyway, if you've liked this video, why don't you give me that thumbs up, because it shows me you care, or leave a constructive comment down below. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, then please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, because I release videos every Wednesday. All I've got left to say is, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and stay safe guys, and get out there and check your flues. Cheers.